Yes, I am. Because there's too many people that are coming. Because if you studied the history, because before Brexit, many Eastern Europeans were coming, Polish, Lithuanian, they were here, Italian,
Mhm.
Spanish, but most of them have, majority of them have left the country, and there's a very small proportion of them. And now there's mostly people coming from East Asia, South Asia, and Africa to the UK, which is not a good thing because their culture is very different to European culture. And obviously, I've lived in these countries, and I know how it is when you bring in too much of them. They make everyone try to adopt their culture. And I'm of a South Asian background. I'm from Nepal,
Mhm.
but I do love reform because they're going to put a stop to it, which I can agree with. And this is coming from a man of color. How can a man of color say he agrees with it more than a man like you, a white man? How is this? How is this? Can you tell me that, sir?
Yeah, you've been brainwashed.
No, sir. He's not being brainwashed. I've lived
Yeah.
amongst.
So anyone who's telling you that you need to leave human rights conventions so that you can discriminate against a specific set of people is lying to you. Because we could stop a lot of illegal immigration right now. We could set up places within France. We could set up places within other countries so that people do not have to cross the channel to seek asylum within the UK.
They do not need to come to the UK. They need to bar them. They need to be barred. In immigration, if I was a leader of any political party, I would put a full on bar on immigration. Full on, 100% bar.
Okay, so at that point, our NHS crumbles because 1/5 of people who work in the NHS are immigrants. So our NHS crumbles at that point. Our
No, it
infrastructure
wouldn't
crumbles.
crumble. Do you know
Yes,
why
our
it wouldn't crumble?
infrastructure crumbles. Our construction crumbles because we rely on immigrants. This is why they're so important, and you have to understand this: is that for basically the UK to run now, we need immigrants. We have a aging population
No, sir, they
who
have an
are not.
immigrant in the country already. That's what I'm saying. The ones that are already here, like me, like the ones that are already here, they okay. But I'm talking
Okay, so
about new ones
do
coming
you
in,
have a
full on bar.
do you have a problem? You don't have a problem with immigrants if they came a year ago.
I'm immigrant. I would say anyone that came before 10 years is okay. Anyone that come after 10 years, they need to be deported, and then in your immigration barred.
What
Simple as.
changes? What changed?
It's just too. It's just they're just mindset. Is the mindset and the values. It's just
Mindset?
yeah. Just
How
bar
did
them.
how did the mindset change? I think they're all just like leaving their country and they're coming to Britain.
Like
What
people,
changed?
most people. Like I'm like when I'm talking about, there should be a certain amount of cultures. Like I don't want to be racist, but I love TikTok shop. I don't want to be racist, but there's certain countries that should be full on barred. Not being funny. Should I give you an example of which countries?
You can if you want to. Yeah.
Number one, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Syria.
So I would say people fleeing those countries to get away from that culture. Would you say they'd be allowed in?
No, they wouldn't. Barred.
Why?
Can't
Because
touch
they're
them.
What if they're trying to get
specifically.
away
Hang on.
from-
Yeah, they're specifically
touch them.
fleeing for persecution reasons.
You
So
cannot
clearly
trust
they
them.
hate that culture as well. So why would you not let them people in who you share the values with of not persecuting people?
You cannot trust them. They're very different, sir. You don't understand. I've lived around people with these cultures. They're very different. And
Wait, hang
from a
on.
white
Do you find different people in different places, or are they
From a
all the
white-
same?
in these kind of countries, they're all the same mindset. They have a warped, corrupt
No, they're clearly
mindset.
not, because why are people running then? If they've all
Yes,
got the
because they're
same,
running.
hang on.
They're running.
Why have they got the same mindset if they're running away specifically from that country for persecution reasons?
because they want to do as they please. They don't want to follow the rules of their own country. But when
Yes,
they
because
come
they
to this
dislike the
country,
culture.
but when they come to
100%.
this
So
country, they
you
adopt
and
the
them
culture again.
agree. No,
They
they
adopt
don't.
the
No,
culture
they
again.
don't. No, they don't. That's why like 70% of Muslims in the UK agree that gay marriage should be legal, right? They adopt our culture.
They're
They come
lying,
here.
sir. They're liars.
They
You cannot
come here
believe them.
and yeah, I don't care what you say, right? Because that's a stat. So if you're just going to give me feelings, then
No, it's not
that's not going to
feelings.
help you at all. Yes, it is. It's your feelings on the matter. You feel very much that these people
Sir,
are
you
different,
guys
but
are
these
going-
people are actively showing you that they are running away from that culture. They are actively agreeing with you that that culture is so bad that they've had to flee that place. They 100% agree with you, and these are the people we should be taking in to realize that hey, misogyny is a bad thing. Hey, hating gay people is a bad thing. 100%, because these are the people that you could get through to.
Sir, are you rage
100%.
baiting? Are you rage baiting? Because this is not logical.
No, your stance is illogical. I agree.
No, it's not. This is not like. This is coming from a man of color telling you this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't
gonna
care.
be your
Stop
own
tokenizing
downfall.
yourself. Stop tokenizing yourself. You realize that this is true, that someone who is being persecuted in a different country and flees to another country to specifically get away from that culture is much more likely to be someone who agrees with the values of the second country.
They're not, sir. They're lying to you. They're liars. You cannot believe them. And
Well,
this is the
they're
problem. which is
showing
gonna be
they
your
are as
downfall.
well. They're showing
is
they
what-
are as well.
This is what happened in Germany. This is what happened in Germany in WW2. The same mindset what you had is why many of those people got unalive.
Hang on. Do you agree with Germany?
I never said nothing. I
Oh,
never said-
okay. So you're a Yahtzee.
No, I'm not. I
Bye. Jesus Christ.
I
My
don't know
God.
how people can have some like off takes. Like
Yeah.
something changes for like them. So when he came to our country, he thinks that's okay. But when someone else is doing it, the exact same thing, just a few years later, it's not okay. I don't know how.
Yeah, what
you
was
can
the
think that
10-year
way.
gap? What the fuck was that?
Will make up 5% of the population and their rights being taken away. So it's important to talk about them and their rights.
What rights do you have, as I'd imagine as a gay person, that I don't have?
That's the point. You have more rights than me. I can give
How?
you examples, right?
Yeah,
I am a bisexual trans man, right? I do not have access to healthcare at the moment.
What? How? The NHS?
Yep, because under the NHS, it's not considered necessary for gender affirming care to be given. So they will
Where are
offer it
we?
after 5.5 to 6.5 years, unless you go to very specific clinics. And even those, the wait list is 2.5 years. Now, I've struggled with this aspect of myself because of the fact that I've attempted to give myself top surgery on my own, right? That should be something where the NHS then deems it necessary because I'm putting myself at risk and have been for fuck knows how long to try and be who I am and express who I am. They should be able to consider that a necessity to my health because I am putting myself in danger. The way that my brain works and the fact that I have this incongruence between my brain and my body
Thank you
puts
for the
me
follow.
in danger. The fact that I'm living in shared accommodation puts me in danger. The fact that I am able to be discriminated
thank you for
against
following.
puts
But
me in
these are
danger.
all
The fact that
irrelevant
if I walk
points.
into a women's bathroom and get chased out, I'm still not allowed to go into the men's puts me in danger. The fact that I am being forced into the women's bathroom can put me in danger. I've been chased out twice.
I think also you get... Sorry, go on.
I think that's all completely irrelevant. That's just your personal. That's just personal to you. That doesn't happen across the board to everyone.
No, it does, especially when it comes to the
Okay.
gender affirming care aspect.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration to say, to be
It's
honest.
not. You can Google right now the wait list to get hormone replacement therapy in the UK.
Also, LGBT people in general face more violent crime by like, I think that's ×5 rates according to a 2023 national crime survey. So
It
yeah,
was
we're not the
×8
best
for
at protecting
trans
them.
people in 2024.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. What did you go from male to female or female to male?
I'm going from female to male.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Okay, and then apart from you saying, obviously, could you not go down the private route?
I don't have the money for it because I'm also disabled.
You're also disabled. Okay, could you get access to PIP?
I have access to PIP. I get £295 a month.
Okay, and you work?
I can't work. I'm disabled.
You can't work at all.
No, I've tried and I can't keep it up.
What's
because
your
I'm disabled.
disability, if you don't mind me asking?
So I have EDS and I have epilepsy alongside insomnia, which can make my epilepsy worse and the seizures more frequent. When I have a seizure, it can leave me in complete leg paralysis for 4 to 6 hours.
I also have epilepsy, but I work fine.
Okay. Do
normal.
you experience seizures every other day?
Not as frequent as that, no.
Right, I do.
But surely you'd be given more money with PIP if it's that bad as you make it out.
No, they give me enough money to survive. That's what they give me.
Well, I wouldn't say
They give me
£300 doesn't survive.
$295 a month. They give me a higher daily living allowance and a lower general allowance. I don't understand what you're not getting. I have just about enough to be able to afford a wheelchair so that I can actually move. But even then, I live on the first floor, so I couldn't even get downstairs.
Could you not try work from your phone? Could you not do anything like that?
Okay, do you have a job that I could do from my phone?
You could do many things, sales,
Okay,
recruitment.
I've tried that. I've tried that, and the majority of sales jobs are door to door, which I obviously can't do when I'm experiencing leg paralysis.
I will also point out how Reform are trying to make it even harder for someone like Kanan to get a job by outlawing work from home.
Yeah, no. And by the way, I disagree with that policy. I don't think that should be implemented because some people do need to work from home because of reasons like hers. But I'm not saying it should be an excuse not to work at all.
I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm trying to make sure that I can start my own business, actually, but I need to be able
good luck with that, and I hope you
to
do
actually
really well.
go
but
out and get my degrees first, which requires saving.
you don't
and
need a
I can't,
degree.
in the meantime, work because of the fact that my disabilities are as bad as they are.
I don't
Not to
think you
mention
need
that
a
with
degree to
EDS, there
make
are
your own
days where I get
business.
flare-ups and can't even stand regardless of a seizure.
That's irrelevant to the point. You don't need a degree to make a business.
I do actually for the business
you
that I'm
don't.
working towards,
Okay,
considering that I
what
want
is
to be a
it?
therapist.
Want to be a therapist?
Yes.
You will need a degree for that one.
Okay, you can do an
Yeah,
online.
yes,
you
I
could
do.
an
I
online
need
degree
multiple
then.
degrees actually. So
You can do an online degree, and you could do
It's a degree,
various.
isn't it?
yeah, okay. Do you
Other
have the money
businesses.
for me to do an online degree?
Get funding.
Okay, from
You
where?
get student loan.
From where?
Student loan.
Okay, from where?
What do you mean from
do-
where?
Because I could just call the bank and ask them for a student loan. I could call Open
No, you
University
get
and
a
ask them for a
student
student
loan
loan.
from
I
the
could call
Open
these places
University.
and I could go around and I could try and get student loans. But guess what? Then I'm going to spend the next 40 years of my life in debt because
Okay, so
all I'm
here's your
doing is
solution.
being
Wait,
a therapist and
wait.
trying to keep my
Okay,
prices
listen.
low so that I'm actually
Listen.
affordable.
Wait.
Wait,
So
hang on.
the
I feel like
can
this
carry
is
on?
no.
Okay.
This has become more about Kanan and like
Yeah, it's literally become specifically
it's
about me.
excuse.
like
after
I,
it's-
no,
Because I was asked
no.
about my rights.
They are specifically disabled. Don't fucking have a go at some disabled person online.
you don't
Okay,
need
just
to-
back
you
away.
don't
Just
need to
back
swear at
away.
me. You don't
Just
need to
back
swear at
away.
me.
Hang on. Just back away from the point. Okay, go back to a larger point. Do you have a problem with maybe immigration or reform?
Illegal immigration, yeah, not immigration.
Okay, so what's your understanding of illegal immigration?
What's my understanding of illegal immigration?
Yeah.
That since 2009, we've had 200,000 illegal immigrants come to our country, unvetted and undocumented.
Okay, that's a problem, 100%. But you
the
don't
point is
have a
that-
problem. Hang on, you don't have
No.
a problem with people arriving on boats then, because 98% of them
no.
are legal immigrants.
Illegal. Listen to what I'm saying, illegal.
So you
Unvetted,
don't have a
undocumented.
problem with the boats then?
I have a problem with illegal immigrants, not immigrants.
Okay, so the people arriving on boats, 98% of them seek
If
asylum,
they're
which is a
if
legal
they're
route.
if they're illegal, then yeah.
So most of them are legal. 98% of them are legal.
Illegal ones, am I? I'm on about the illegal ones.
Okay, so you don't really have a problem with the boats then?
I have a problem with the boats bringing illegal people. I don't need to repeat that again.
Okay,
And these
so
illegal
so you have no problem with the boats
16
bringing people who
16
seek
safe
asylum?
countries to go to first before coming
Yeah.
here.
Well, that's fine, right? That's your right as an asylum seeker.
Yeah, there's 16 other countries they could go to.
Yes, but there's reasons why they pick the UK.
Why?
You know that, right?
Because what we give them?
Because we give them less than pretty much every other EU country because they speak English or because they have family here or maybe they have friends here. There are lots of practical reasons as to why
So-
you would seek asylum in different countries.
So you're telling me the people from Africa speak, all these immigrants and illegal immigrants speak English, not French, where most of the native language in African countries are French.
Not all of them. I didn't
No, I
say
said
all
a
of them.
lot.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yes, 100% speak English.
So what? So, no, more of them speak
English is like
French.
one of the
That-
most common languages.
I think you're trying to get me to say something that you don't like, and I'm just saying illegal immigrants, and we obviously agree on
Yeah,
that.
we
point.
agree on illegal immigrants. However,
Thank you.
you're fine with the boat crossings then?
Legal immigrants can also get here in other ways, just not boats.
Boats is a
If they're
irregular but legal path to get into the UK for asylum seekers. Under the 1951 Refugee Convention, you cannot persecute someone for the way they have entered a country if they are seeking asylum in that
Yeah, but
country.
they can get there many ways, and not just on boats.
Yeah, you realise we do have asylum seekers who come through other routes as well.
Of course, I'm not an idiot.
Cool.
So we agree essentially.
So yeah, so you agree that the boats are fine then?
I don't know. No. If it's legal, yes, it's fine. If it's illegal, it's wrong.
So 98% of them are legal.
Really?
Yes.
And could you show me that statistic, please?
Yeah, I can pull that statistic up for you. GSF, do you want to go, by the way?
Yeah, I was just gonna just for TikTok. I'm 29. I know we've moved on from it, but I just wanted to point out that only 5% of jobs that are currently in the UK are work from home, and even then they're hybrid. It's even less for work from home full time. Just wanted to point that out because obviously you were talking to Kanan who explained why they couldn't work. But also, what Neckley is saying about the 90% is the people who come on boats tend to claim asylum. There are going to be the odd few that don't, and those are the illegal immigrants. But if they claim asylum when they get here, they're not illegal immigrants. They're asylum seekers.
I'm also gonna just jump in quickly and say just two things just before I go. It's not that I don't want to work. I would fucking love to work. I'd love to be able to go outside and talk to people and actually have some form of fucking social interaction. I would fucking love that. But I can't. I hate just basically being grounded to my bed all day. It's I can't even put into words how draining it is to just do the same thing day in and day out in the same room every single fucking day, speaking to nobody, being around nobody, having no social interaction except for this, right? It's exhausting.
get it,
I
love.
hate it.
Yeah, I get
Absolutely
it. Like,
fucking hate it.
Even though I'm disabled, obviously I'm not disabled to the point where I can't work. I'm lucky that I have a job that I can do, and I'm aware that's a really privileged position to be in. But when I was out of work, when I lost my job during COVID, obviously I was in the house all day on my own, and I completely get it. I was so depressed. So I can't even imagine how you feel. And I obviously got my fingers crossed for you, love, that something comes up for you and you can do something and get out of the house, because I know what it's like. It's awful.
Yeah, people look at it like it's some form of like a vacation or like a holiday that we just like are taking time off work, but it's not. It's
you're going off topic a bit.
it's just so draining, which is so hard to explain to people when they don't get it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that point in there. Like this isn't something that anybody wants. But my partner is home, so I am gonna go spend some time with him.
Bye.
Have a good day, my
Okay,
love.
see you soon.
See you guys.
Take care. Oh wait, hang on. It might be. Was it? Yeah. So the most recent statistic is 95% of
Show me.
small boat arrivals claim asylum in the UK, you can go to the gov.uk website for it. It's Immigration System Statistics, year ending June 2025.
Could you just flip your camera and show me?
No, I have a
Is that right?
webcam.
You have a webcam, okay. Okay, well, could you read out the exact statistic, please, for me, so I know?
I can. Yeah, with approximately 95% applying for asylum in 2024 alone.
Okay, so we agree illegal immigration is bad. Great.
Perfect. So that makes up like 5% of the people crossing boats. So largely, you don't have a problem with the small boat arrivals.
Still not. You what? I'd prefer that to be 0%, wouldn't you? You want
Yeah,
any
of
illegal immigrants
course.
come to the country.
Of course, yeah. Nobody's disagreeing with that, but you still have a right to seek asylum in the UK.
But there's 16 safe countries to go through first.
Yes, but the
So
right of
why
an
would they
asylum
not just go
seeker,
there?
right? Because you might crowd the adjacent countries, but also you have specific advantages.
Which are
For
bigger than the
example, if you
UK,
can
what do you mean
hang
crowd
on,
them?
hang on.
France is twice the
hang on,
size of England.
hang on. Yeah, but they take 100,000 more asylum seekers than we do every year. So we're going to shut up about that one.
But that's
in
another
terms-
lie.
What?
That's another lie. No, they don't. That's like a complete lie.
They do.
I'm pretty
In
sure
fairness,
that's right.
JSF, I'm not really talking to you, bud, so please.
Oh.
calm
I'm on the
down.
panel. Bud. Yeah,
You're
you
talking
are
to
talking
every
me.
single one of us.
I'm having a direct conversation with you.
No.
And I contribute. That's why Neckley's invited me up here.
You're speaking to
If
my
you don't
whole
like
panel.
it, you're free to leave.
Or you are.
Well, I haven't got a problem with talking to you. You're the one that has a problem. Is it because I'm a woman or is it an immigrant? What's the issue now?
Wait, Ed, you didn't have a problem with me speaking earlier in all fairness.
What? It hasn't got anything. You've barely spoke. It's nothing to do with you being a woman. Like, I don't know what that even means. What?
Oh, wait, hang on. Shit. I'm looking at the updated 25th of June 2025 statistics, and apparently it's 99% of
Yeah, they're doing
asylum
some
seekers.
September, aren't they? 2025,
Um,
I believe.
99% in the year ending March 2025 of all small boat arrivals. Yeah, so it's almost 100%, which is mental.
What do you propose we do with these legal immigrants or...
What we
legal
do with them? I think first of
Yeah.
all we need to let them work. But I think that's being proposed by Labour. Do you know JSF?
Not sure. Let them work in which industries?
Not 100%. Sorry, I was looking for a statistic.
Which
No worries.
industries?
Well, I think there'd be a real push to have them in construction and housing. I think we can actually solve our housing crisis if we have this big influx of labor that we're getting, and we can push it towards the right things. We can actually lower house prices. That's what I would be looking to do with a lot of them. I think also like 16% of them have degrees. So obviously they could go into their fields where they've studied. That would be a great thing.
Illegal immigrants, 16% degrees.
Again, we're talking about asylum seekers, which is a legal
I'm on
route.
about illegal immigrants. I am.
Why are you talking about illegal immigrants? They don't get any rights or work here unless they're being exploited by a company.
Because that's what I said originally. I said illegal immigrants.
Okay, so illegal immigrants can't work here unless a company is doing illegal stuff. So I would shut down that company and then deport the illegal immigrant
Perfect. Then where do you think we should send them then?
to the country that we can locate them to.
So then you're just as bad. You're just bad as anyone else then in that case.
What? What do you mean bad as anyone else then in that case? What are you trying to say? This is what we do with illegal immigrants right now, by the way.
Yes, and no, I agree.
Yeah. So you agree with the
I
Labour
don't-
policy?
No. Not
That's
at
the
all.
Labour policy.
Not one bit. Keir Starmer is open links to Epstein. Like, he's a terrible guy.
But that you can criticize him on that, but you agree that
hold on.
illegal immigrants should be deported. Keir Starmer agrees illegal immigrants should be deported. Pretty much every
Okay. So
political party agrees illegal immigrants should be deported.
Not every party.
Yeah,
Not every party.
yeah. The Greens do. Labour
they
does.
don't.
The monster
You
raving
believe-
loony
you
party
believe-
do. They all
Believe
do.
in an open border.
Yeah, an open border is like what that's saying. That's going to be something in. Well, it's basically a utopian thing. He's not saying open borders now, and he won't do even if the Greens get in.
Someone put, H, if you support reform, you support a child molester. What?
I think it's probably because Farage is in the files, right? But he's in the files
So-
for.
So there's load of people.
Other-
Doesn't mean they didn't.
Yeah, but no, they're not.
I don't
So-
like. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't know where she's getting this from.
Yeah.
I agree with you. To be fair. If
she's-
you're in the files, it doesn't mean you're a bad person.
She's
because-
putting me in a category like JSF is saying I don't like women. It makes no sense.
That
I-
got your hit a nerve, didn't it? I was only making an observation based on your behavior on me.
Which was
versus everyone else
incorrect.
on the panel.
Which
If
is
it's not wrong, that's fine. But I was making an observation based on what I've observed,
But incorrectly.
and I just said if I'm wrong, that's fine.
Anyway, you're not really up here to whine at people in the comments or people on my panel. What you're here to do is debate. So, do you have any other points you would like to go over?
No, mate. Cheers.
Perfect. Well, have a good day.